wherever you are. We are here to ensure that you continue learning amidst all challenges, and we are called Back Science Education Consultants. And we are saying that please, wherever you are, keep safe. Make sure you are careful, and make sure when you're sick, please seek medical assistance as soon as possible. Today we are going to study about effect of electricity on substances. I am Teacher Ambassador Osbert. I want us to start by thinking, or those who have already studied it or researched about it, what is electricity? What is electricity? In many subjects and in different classes, at least we would find electricity somewhere as the form is the form of energy, the form of energy produced as a result of flow of electrons through a material. And we have always seen what electricity does. At least everybody has ever seen electricity in one place or another. That electricity is always a form of energy. It is an energy that is produced when electrons move from one end to the other end of any material. Today, we want to look at how we can investigate conductivity, electrical conductivity of different materials. Electrical conductivity of let's start with solid materials. We are investigating, and I want us to do this one together, step by step, until when we discover why and which materials conduct electricity. Pick some wires from anywhere. Pick some wires and get a dry cell and connect on them. If this is your dry cell, I'm presenting this as the dry cell, where this is the positive terminal and the other short one is the negative terminal. Connect two wires by maybe solder on both ends. Connect the other end, one of the ends, to an electric bulb of a small capacity. Don't use a big electric bulb. Please use a small one. And you connect this wire. You make sure it connects again to the other end of the bulb. And you connect the opposite end. The other side, if you have put a bulb, this side, you tie there any material. This is the material that we want to investigate. Material to be investigated. To be investigated. And leave the other end that has come from the bulb hanging. Leave it hanging. Leave it hanging like that. I want us to use different materials and we check what will happen to the bulb. And I want us to choose some materials. Please pick some materials and put them next to you. And please pick a fork, the fork you use to eat. Pick a knife. Please pick a toothbrush. You can as well pick glass. You can as well pick a matchstick. Matchstick. If you don't have a matchstick, you can't find it, you can pick a piece of wood. A piece of wood. And you can pick any other material that is next to you. And we discover what happens when these materials are connected to the end of the dry cell, where the other end is connected to the bulb. Please start the experiment. Start with the fork. When you finish a fork, you untie it and tie there again a knife. When you have finished tying the knife, see what will happen to the bulb. Remove the knife, put the toothbrush, and you summarize your findings in this table. Summarize the work in the table of findings. So you put here the material, and so please go and on your experiment, after you have set it, get a paper and you draw this table very well. Connect there a fork and you discover what will happen. Of course, I would have left you to answer and you fill the table, but we can answer it together. We can put their answers all together, what we expect. Now, when you connect here a fork and you make sure the circuit is complete, you will realize that there will be bright light. You will see bright light on the bulb. When you put there a knife, when you tie there a knife, still you are going to see a bright light on the bulb. When you choose a toothbrush, you will see no light. And when you use glass, you will still see no light. In the same way, when you use dry wood, make sure it is dry. Do not choose the one that is not dry. Choose the one which is dry for some reasons that we are going to see later. You will also see no light. An indicator that we have two types of solid substances. The ones that have produced light and the ones that have produced no light. An indicator that solid materials can be divided into two. the ones that are called conductors. So category 1, category 1, category 1. Category 1 is what we are going to call conductors. The conductors of electricity. And then category 2, we call them non-conductors. Or you can call them insulators. You can call them insulators. Now, I want you to use your own language and you define the terms above. Define the terms above. Define a conductor of electricity, and also define a non-conductor of electricity. You realize that all of them are solid. All of them are in solid state. Have you ever realized that when you put your finger in water, which is in a kettle that is not functioning very well, the electricity can strike you? Please don't try it at home, because the electricity will strike you. It means that the same way we can have solids conducting electricity, we can as well have liquids conducting electricity. And I want you to repeat the same experiment. But in this case, you may use a different arrangement as follows. Please get cup, either metallic or glass. Pour there clean water without anything, and arrange your experiment in the same way. Get the dry cell, connect wires on the opposite ends, and bring these wires, dip them in the cup of So, get your battery and join to form a circuit of this nature. And make sure that you don't forget to put somewhere where you will call a switch. A switch. Connect a bulb that is functioning, and you will record for me the observations in the same way we have put in the table above, in the table below that we've just finished. The table that you just finished. So you have material and then observation on the bulb. In this case, I want us to choose liquids. Choose liquids. With water, you will record what you will have seen. And then after, get this water and you put there salt. And you make sure you form a solution. And repeat the same experiment when you have used cooking oil. Record your observations. You will realize that for water you will have dim light. It will be dim, some unclear light. But for salt solution, it will be bright light. When you try cooking oil, there will be no light. What does this show us? It shows us that for liquids or solutions, we have three categories. And category number one is called weak electrolyte. Category number two is strong electrolyte. And category number 3 is a non-electrolyte. You realize that we have substituted the word conduct with the word electrolyte. Why? There is a difference between the materials that conduct electricity in a liquid or in solution and the materials that conduct electricity in solids. And I want you to as well answer this simple question. From the above diagram, from the above observations, guess and state what will be observed. If paraffin is used, instead of cooking oil, if you use their paraffin, instead of the water in the diagram, if you remove it and you put paraffin, state what will be observed on the bulb. And after this, you try to categorize paraffin as shown in either category 1 or category 2 or category 3. And make sure when you do this work, you do you go an extra mile and you do anything that is related. But please take caution, make sure you use liquids that are not corrosive. I'm lucky to have you as my viewer, as my learner, as my student, and as my follower. We are Back Science Education Consultants, here to ensure that you keep learning. Stay safe.